If you're someone who finds yourself having difficulty making decisions or you hesitate making decisions, then this video is for you. Today we will talk about a principle that I always follow when I make decisions, and those will help you whether you have to make a big life decision, whether you should move or start a business, or even if you have to decide what to spend time on or who to spend time with. So the principle is called the Trifecta Principle, and a trifecta is made out of 3 advantages. You do one thing, but you have 3 advantages out of it. So I'll give you an example. When I first started my podcast, the difficulty that I was looking at was that I was in a country where I didn't know anyone, and it was really difficult for me to network. I was quite shy, and I wanted to build my brand and have mentors that I really value and that have the same standards and values that I have. So I was looking at starting a podcast or not. So what I did, I was looking at that task, doing a podcast. And not only a podcast where I would talk myself, but with people, where I would interview people. So if you look at that task, doing one podcast with a person, that is one task, but you have 3 advantages. Number 1, I would be able to create content. I would build my brand and get my name out there. Number 2, I would network with people that I would actually value, people who would be my mentors, and I could network in a very authentic and natural way. Because on a podcast, you don't really talk about like the weather or what do you do for a living. It's about deeper topics. So instead of going to a networking event and spending hours just talking to people about nothing, you actually go on a podcast and spend time with someone exploring deep topics. That would actually give me that second advantage of networking and getting to know my mentors on a deeper level. And number 3, I could not only get that value that those mentors would share with me, but I could actually share it with the world. For me, at the end of the day, it made a lot of sense to spend time on that podcast because it was one thing, but it gave me 3 value points out of it. Now, in life, you can use that trifecta principle as well. Whether you decide whether you should buy a camera for your content creation, think about it. What does that camera provide for me? Or what kind of things you should spend time on? Should I spend time on creating that website, or should I spend time with that person? Does that person give me value? And when I spend time with that person, do I get 3 advantages out of it?
This doesn't mean taking advantage of that person, but to explore whether that person is worth your time or not. Advantages of spending time with them could be that they have a positive energy, that they make you feel like you can be yourself, and you can feel like you can grow around this person.
Think about it like this. When you make a difficult decision, is it worth it? Is not the only thing you can ask. Is it worth it in 3 dimensions? That's the question you should ask. So I'd love to hear from you. What is the one thing that you could do today that would give you